Hi guys. Wow, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've made a video on YouTube that was specifically for YouTube. It's been like 8-9 months. So hi, I'm alive. I'm back. I figured that I would just sit down and do a little life update for you guys today. And there's been a lot that has happened in the last almost 9 months since I last shared a life update. I think that was actually the last video that I made was another life update. So there's a lot that's been going on. So let's get into it. Hi, if you're new here, I think I've gained like 10,000 followers over here since my last post. But if you are new here, hi, I'm Kayla. I am a mom of 3 and I am a birth doula certified. So I am a birth doula. That is one of the biggest life updates. If you guys follow me on any of my other social media platforms, you already know this, but back in December, I think it was December 2nd, I got my birth doula certification, and I am now certified to be a birth doula. So it's been, what, 5-6 months since being a doula, and it's been rough. It's hard building your clientele, you know. It's kind of different than a lot of other professions with clientele. You know, I only get to see my client for 10-11 months before they go off and be on their own, and that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, but it's actually been really hard to build my clientele because a lot of what is getting clientele is word of mouth, and when you don't have any clients yet, it's kind of hard to get word of mouth. So I am trying to market myself as much as possible, especially on social media, but my biggest platform has been shadow banning me for the last 4 months, I think. And shadow banning is where you're pretty much stuck in the 200 view jail and you don't get out even with 109,000 followers. So, yeah, crazy. Also, another thing on that is I also have a Facebook now. I have a Facebook page that I share my content, and never thought I would ever be on Facebook. But here we are. I am over there making content. I will have all of my social medias down here so you can go follow me there. But so that's kind of where I'm at right now, and Facebook is actually my biggest platform besides my TikTok that is also shadow banning me. So another little life update is I was interviewed by the March of Dimes. I was scrolling my email one day and going through all of my emails. I get literally hundreds a day. I need to hire a social media manager because it's very overwhelming. So anyway, obviously like my social media email, and then also I have my doula email as well, which I will put on the screen right here if you are interested. I do have free consultations that we can do over Zoom, all that kind of stuff. So, and also my services are online, so we can do virtual services like that. Anyway, I was scrolling my email one day and it pops up, hey, we want to interview you for being a doula. This is National Doula Week, all these kinds of things. And so I was like, me? I was having a very hard time understanding that they wanted me. Over the past year, I have experienced a lot of imposter syndrome. Like, I'm just a normal girl, literally sitting in my bedroom right now filming a video, and yet my brain still can't compute that there could possibly be millions of people on the other screen. And it still is not connecting there. And that's like the hardest part for me, is like me. And so I told them yes, even through all of the imposter syndrome. I had a long chat with my husband. I actually cried, and I was like, why me? Like, why me? And he was like, because you're amazing. You're amazing at what you do. And even through all of the imposter syndrome, I sent back an email saying, okay, let's do it. I will put in a little clip right here, but I will tag the full interview down here.
Looking forward to this conversation we're going to have. We've got two doulas on board, Tanika Williams, as well as Kayla Natalie.
So that was really cool to see. So I've already done the panel and all of that kind of stuff. And it was fun because I was with another doula, I was with an OBGYN, and I was with the CEO of March of Dimes, and that was like very, very cool to be able to be on this panel with 4 other amazing women. It was so much fun being able to do that. Like I got the opportunity to do that, and thanks to my social media, because without my social media, that would have never ever happened. They would have never known who I was at all. So that was very exciting. And then also another update, I am 21 months postpartum. The way I see it, you will always be postpartum. And that's what I teach my postpartum clients, is that postpartum doesn't just end. Doesn't just randomly end. You're always going to be postpartum after you have a baby. That's because there's a lot of changes, especially within the first 2 years after having a baby. It's a lot. It's a lot on your body. I actually just stopped breastfeeding a month and a half ago, maybe even 2 months ago now. So I breastfed her for 19 months, which was the longest time I had ever breastfed any of my babies. If you guys don't know my story is literally all here on YouTube. This is where I started. My first baby, I was able to exclusively breastfeed for 9 months. And then I started losing my supply, and so we switched to formula, and then I just comfort fed her until she was a year old because she was not ready to give up that boob, okay? So, and then my second baby, he had a lot of latch issues and a lot of weight gain issues, so we had to switch to formula at 5 days old. I was able to pump until 5 weeks postpartum. That's when I stopped. And then I got pregnant with my third, and I was like, I really want to breastfeed again. And I was so happy to breastfeed this time. Actually in the hospital, I had a lot of doubts about myself being able to breastfeed again. When we left the hospital with my third baby, the nurse was like, Kate, your baby has lost 10%, almost 10% of her birth weight. So like you gotta feed her. And I was latching her every 4 hours, I think, in the hospital. It was around there because she was a very sleepy baby. She still is. She's actually taking a nap right now. But yeah, I had a lot of doubts about myself being able to breastfeed this time around, and it was great that I was able to. And I was able to do it the longest. I was able to breastfeed for 19 months, and that is just like incredible to me that I was able to do that. So now I'm 21 months postpartum, and that is incredible because there's no chance of me getting pregnant again. If you guys don't know, my husband got this snippy, and so there's not a single baby in here. And what's funny is I always get pregnant at 21 months postpartum. So I'm 21 months and there is no possibility of there being a baby in there. And it feels so good because I could not do a 4th pregnancy. I absolutely could not do a 4th pregnancy. My body, that 3rd pregnancy, I probably shouldn't have even had that 3rd pregnancy because my body just, there's a lot. If you guys want me to go into like a whole video on like all the nitty gritty of that pregnancy, I will. But that pregnancy was the hardest on my body. I was in the hospital, I think 8 times, something like that, 8 times. in my entire pregnancy. That was a very hard pregnancy. But anyway, I always get pregnant at 21 months postpartum. After I had my first, it was 21 months postpartum when I got pregnant with my second. And then when I got pregnant with my third, I was also 21 months postpartum. So, my body really likes to get pregnant at 21 months postpartum. I don't know why. So, anyway, that's kind of all on that. I don't think there's really anything else. Another really awesome thing with my social media is I'm able to make a full-time income now. And that is incredible. It's freaking incredible that I am able to actually make money from my videos and make money on social media, and being able to do this is such a privilege, and I understand that, and like it's just so cool that I am able to do this. I started 7 years ago, pregnant with my first baby, and can you believe that my baby's almost 7? I can't. I'm planning her birthday. ADHD. Anyway, I started 7 years ago in our little studio apartment at the time, and it's so crazy because I started in a studio, and now, hello son, and now I'm here in a house that I own, and that feels really freaking good, first of all. But I started 7 years ago with my first baby, and I never thought that like this could be possible. I just set up my phone and started recording, and this is what it's turned into, and it's incredible that I am able to do this every single day, and like I'm grateful for my life. Don't get me wrong, there has been times where I'm like, just walk away, because it has absolutely taken me to my breaking points. Even recently, here's a little reminder to all of you that when you see someone online, just know that that is a real person. It's a real person. I am a real human being sitting here. I'm not an AI. And we have real feelings, and we have real lives, and what you say to someone could absolutely tear them down. I had one of the worst days I had ever had as a mom about a week ago, and I was relentlessly harassed online, and I had a full-on mentee bee. Let's be real. It was not fun, so I decided to take a 24-hour break from social media, and it was honestly what I needed. So I didn't read any comments, didn't read any DMs, I didn't post anything on the platforms that it was causing issues. But yeah, like all of that kind of stuff. But I think that is kind of the end of the life update. I am just so glad to be back. I'm going to be making some more sit-down videos like this that are going to go onto different platforms as well. But I want to start making long-form content again, and no, they don't get the views that my shorts and my reels and my TikToks do, but I miss sitting down here and like actually having a conversation, even though it's just me talking, with the people that made me who I am. And it feels good knowing that like I have this platform that I can like always just run to, and it's my little diary. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and go follow all of my other social medias down in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!